Alright, hello everyone. My name is Farhan, and I'm one of Bob's close friends from high school. And I first met Bob, I think, like 8 or 9 years ago when he moved into my neighborhood from Canada. And even back then, at maybe like 10 or 11 years old, I could tell that Bob was someone unique because while our classmates and I were learning how to play games on computers and stuff, Bob was out creating his own websites and learning how to use Java. So I think that Bob and I first began to become close friends when high school started. And though we haven't had many classes together, I think we've had maybe like 2 or 3 at most, I'd definitely say that he's become a very influential and important part of my high school experience. And I'd say that our friendship entails more so collaboration than it does competition, because Bob and I will also often work on assignments together and peer review each other's papers, and because he lives so close to me, it isn't necessarily a rare occurrence for him to come to my house late at night just to work on an assignment or to study together. And I also want to say that Bob is someone who has always sought to bring out the best in me. Because if I ever doubt myself or my ability to achieve a certain task, I know that Bob will always be there to reassure me that I can in fact succeed in whatever I'm trying to do. And I think that this was most notable a few months ago when college applications were happening. So Duke University had been my dream school since I'd say about freshman or sophomore year. And when it actually came time to apply to schools, to apply to colleges, I convinced myself that I didn't even have a shot at getting in. So I decided not to apply altogether. And I'd say maybe 2 weeks before the applications were actually due on November 1st, I was debating, I'm just like, I don't know what I should do because I don't think I'll get into Duke, but I've always wanted to go there. And that night I get a call from Bob actually, and Bob tells me, listen, Farhan, you need to stop doubting yourself. And if you don't take this opportunity to apply early decision, then you may always regret it. And he told me to have confidence in myself and have confidence in my abilities. And I ended up taking Bob's advice, and I did apply early decision, and I will be headed to Duke this fall. And needless to say, I owe a large part of this success and many others to Bob. And I was also told to give a little anecdote of an experience I've had with Bob, so I thought of one that well illustrates his demeanor. As his mom said, he's able to remain calm and collected under pressure, and I think this was well exhibited last month when we had a Science Olympiad competition for which Bob and I were to participate in the chemistry lab. And we were taking this chemistry exam, and I'd say we have like 15 minutes left, and we can't remember the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation, and we hadn't even begun the titration yet, and I was completely freaking out. I'm like, Bob, what do we do? I have no idea what's the equation. And Bob is completely calm and saying, don't worry, I'll derive it. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. So I think that this ability to remain calm and collected is definitely, it's fitting for someone who's a prospective neurosurgeon, because I think that will be very necessary when he's performing these neurosurgeries. I'd say that Bob has rightfully earned the successes with which he's been blessed, and I'm beyond thankful that I was able to grow close with Bob throughout high school. I'm confident that Bob will continue being the most hardworking person that I have ever met at MIT, med school, and beyond. And I hope that success will crown all of his future endeavors. Thank you.